Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is good? What is good, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one, man. I'm your host, Lou's Takes, but you know who it is over there, man. It's your boy Voch in the building. How you doing?
I said, we ain't doing nothing else. Let me just hit a little button for everybody.
Hey, Bucky.
Hey, man,
Yes,
appreciate you for having me on. You know what I mean? Salute to you and all that. Appreciate you.
man. Salute to you, man. You a trailblazer, man. All I'm doing is just retracing the steps. You feel me? Retracing the steps, and just salute to you and all the work you do. You know what I'm saying, for real. But listen,
I
we
appreciate
don't.
your kind words. I don't want you to just move on past that without me saying thank you. So I really do. I'm tired of it. Lou, I'm tired, man.
I can believe it. I can
I
believe
do,
it.
but I really am grateful for your kind words, sir. Appreciate you.
It's all good, man. Hey, if you're new, make sure to like and subscribe wherever you watching from. Both channels, even if you don't even know who Voch is, you on this side of the country, in your corner under a rock. Do be so humble and just click that little subscribe button and everything like that. But we're gonna get right into it. We are going to be digging deep into O-line talk. You know Voch is an O-line guy, and that's my calling card as well. We're gonna get right into it. We had a war. You know, a bloody war within Cowboy Nation, but everything did work out for the good. And we came, with a player that me and you, the moment we turned on this man's film, we was instantly blown away. Okay. So just where we can start from the beginning. Like, um, let's start from the beginning. What were your thoughts on the old line play last year?
Well, I'll just find a way to tie Cowboy fans in this as well. Typically, what happens is you have fan biases, and that's okay. I got some too. You have yours. Everybody's entitled to theirs. But what'll happen is, I think Cowboy fans pick and choose where they're okay. How you doing, Mama Lou Tex? What happens is Cowboy fans pick and choose where they're okay with mediocre football. You feel me? So in one breath, they'll be like, "Hey man, Jalen Tobin ain't it? He's serviceable, leading the team in touchdowns and all that. He's serviceable, but I need a little bit more." But those same people will fight you if we go, "Hey man, Brock Hoppin ain't it? He's serviceable. Got some cool little plays on the highlights and all that. But I just simply want just a little bit more." So to answer what you was, what you just asked, like where we at Cowboys wise, like where was the O-line last year? I think Guyton was going through his growing pains, but his growing pains are going to be different than some other people's growing pains. I understand that when Cowboys draft offensive linemen, people automatically assume they're just going to roll out the bed and be fine.
Mhm.
But the common theme, from those offensive linemen that roll out the bed and they fire is that they strong.
Mm.
And when you're strong, you're confident. When you're a powerful football player, you confident.
Talk about that because, like, that's what I'm saying. Because as a player, see, I was strong when I played too, and I think people don't understand like that strength, confidence come from like just winning in practice. You know what I'm saying? And you as a coach, just talk about like that strength and why is that important, especially transitioning to the league.
Well, if you're a corner and your cover skills are weird, but you faster than everybody to recover, there's a way out. You know what I'm saying? If you're a running back and your patience ain't great and you hitting the wrong hole and all that, and it looked like somebody got the corner on you, but if you're the superior athlete, you gone. If you a linebacker, let's say Michael Parsons playing Mike linebacker, he's not the best mental processor in the world.
Right.
Him fast. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Right.
same thing that happens when offensive linemen are strong. For you being fat, or for George Pickens' ball tracking, or whatever traits you want to lean on that fixes my mistakes or my shortcomings, that's what strength is for us with a capital F. Strength. Strong is for us. So Tyler Smith, while he was able to be so good out the gate, his hands were in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
We looking for all up in here. We looking for vital organs. You know what I'm saying? Center body mass is what we looking for. It could be high up here, It could be there. It could be here.
Right.
2 hands here, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for center body mass when we shoot. Tyler Smith used to grab people by their shoulders. You remember that?
He was all over the place.
Get so wide, the hands will fall up on him. But when you strong, you can grab a child by the back of their shoulders.
Talk
and
about
stop moving. If Tyron Smith got the biggest hands in the world and he moved way quicker than what you thought, or Zach Martin, you know what I'm saying, strong as he was, Travis as strong as he was, Ron Leary being Mark Henry level strong, you can make a lot of mistakes and that'll be covered up because you're strong. Cooper Beebe, your 3rd round pick, he's nowhere near the athlete that Guyton is.
Right.
Nowhere near the foot quickness or the size or the length or the measurables. Him strong.
Basically, what Voch is saying, every position.
And he don't even know hand placement for center. I'm sorry. He don't even know hand placement for center.
I called him. I was making a joke of him. I called them the 3 guards in center. Like
he blocking like a guard and center.
Right. I was calling him the 3 guards because you play center. So it's a little mental aspect that he was just getting his nose to involve. He want to maul people. He don't want to think then maul. You know what I'm saying? Like play that mental game. So that's why I called him the 3 guards in the middle, and that's why teams attacked him with stunts. But over time, I did commend him for that. That's what he improved upon.
But even him playing center like a guard.
I'll take that over a center.
As crazy as that sounds, Chad, he was playing center like a right guard in particular. As far as feet and hands go, him strong. So the one thing that Tyler Guyton ain't got is strength with a capital F. He's positioned really well.
He has strength in him. He just don't even know it.
I think it's more so he's big and he's long.
Yeah, he has mass. He has how we look at NBA players and you be like, oh, he's 7 feet tall. He's 340.
He has a weird relationship gravity wise. Fair enough. That's a good way to sure. People don't really get in his chest like that because he's long. You don't really get the drop on him because he's fast. But strength it works hand in hand with confidence. So if you're not confident in how powerful you are or just whatever, you lean a lot. You lunge a lot. You fall forward. You miss because you're thinking. Sometimes your ass fall backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you ain't really confident in your strength. There's a lot of people saying, well, but Voch, what if we moved him to right tackle? He got the same problems over there, just with different hands and different feet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He hasn't played right tackle so long that he'll be so different at left tackle that he got to go back to play right. He doesn't have enough habits at right tackle built in to where he'll be so different at left tackle. He's still the same dude on both sides. Please go ahead.
That's what made the pick even wild when you think about it. Like we just drafted a raw athletic player and just saw, hey, he got basketball feet.
I don't like that.
I think that's arrogance. I think that's drafting arrogant because you living off past bodies to a degree.
Yeah. And don't show me tweets about him dunking a basketball and playing soccer. I don't care. It's impressive. I mean, he could beat somebody in the foot race for sure. But I want to see you whoop folk. You know what I mean? Even if you're not O-line expert, I'm not an O-line expert. I just, been here before and I did it for, 6-7 years. I'm no O-line expert, but the least you could do is look at the film and be like, did he whoop folk? Just break it down to just the common denominator, right? Did he whoop folk? And Guyton didn't really whoop a whole bunch of folk. You saw Tyler Smith whoop people. You saw BB whoop people. You saw Booker whoop people. Terrence Steele's strange. I don't even want to explain what he's going to. But you see people whoop folk, so you could at least make an assessment based off that. So yeah, man. And look, you asked me about the offensive line last year. I just poo-pooed on Guyton for 10 minutes. BB was fine, and then he went through his growing pains and he got weird, but then he got much better later in the season. Him and Tyler's combos were fantastic towards the end of the season. Tyler Smith, as fantastic as he is, he needs brethren. And there was a point in the season where BB was being a rookie and Guyton was being incompetent. So it kind of took a hit on him. So he got a little weird. I don't want to hate on Brock Hoffman.
I don't either. I love Brock Hoffman. But this is a movie, y'all. And everybody can't be the star. Everybody ain't on the front line. The front cast, everything. Everybody name ain't at the beginning of the screen. Some people name at the end in the credits. You know what I'm saying? Camera number 4.
You ain't always Denzel Washington. Sometimes you just Terry Crews, who was in the hood and Training Day. You just way at the bottom. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
Brock Hoffman did a lot of things that I don't even want to disrespect nobody's O-line knowledge, but people don't care about O-line, so I could just talk like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what they seeing, right? And I could look at Booker, I could look at Smith, BB. When they pancake people, I know what a pancake looks like.
Yes.
I see Brock Hoffman falling down on people that was falling down already.
He coming in for the cleanup, little extra, attitude.
Ain't nothing wrong with cleanup, man.
It ain't nothing wrong with cleanup, man. But if you always cleaning up, you a janitor. That's why. As soon as Schottenheimer got Clayton Adams, gap scheme. And I hear Brock Hoffman is not a gap scheme guy. Gaps, you got to be strong to be in gap scheme because we are moving people against their will. You know what I'm saying? Like zone, that's Brock Hoffman alley. That's last year. That was a Brock Hoffman. All he had to do was shade. Just stay in front of the man as long as you can before we can break the line of scrimmage. Now we're talking about comboing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting displacement, trusting you one-on-one. And I saw later in the year, people don't even really talk about it, versus the Eagles. Jalen Carter didn't leave your side. So I think Vic Fangio was putting some on film, especially with the gauntlet we got this year. I red flags. I couldn't do it, especially with my quarterback aging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you said it. How we got Booker. We're going to transition to Booker. How important is it now more than ever in the title of this video to protect A-Gap?
Well, one more thing that's going to go right into that is Cowboys showed you what they thought about Brock Hoffman. And no disrespect to Brock Hoffman. But when he was going to be the center, I was like, all right, we'll draft the center and we'll draft a guard, make him play center. You know what I'm saying? And then, all right, Brock, it's your time. Right guard. Cool. So as much confidence as Cowboy fans had in Hoffman, and look, when I say Cowboy fans, I don't mean like me included with y'all, like y'all. When y'all was running around with a lot of faith in Hoffman, the Cowboys were telling you that they trying to get better than Hoffman. They trying to get better than Tober too, and they told you this. You could tell like urgency means something.
Mm-hmm.
Urgency means something. They ain't got a bunch of Mozzie urgency for real. You know what I mean? So
right.
Maybe they might like Mozzie a little. I don't know. It's a lot of urgency with what happened with right guard and center last year. And why, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Booker, and I don't know how people still not on, because the more you dig, the more you go back and watch more. I went back to his rookie campaign to watch him play left guard. I was like, man, he been had it. He been had it. He got nothing better to do but whoop people.
It's not even that. Like Nick Saban, he didn't coach him long, but he's one of the guys he remembers. And Nick Saban don't talk about all his guys like that. He remember everyone. You know what I'm saying? Even so, to make his list of not to forget, that should be pedigree in itself, especially with him being young.
Yeah. But if we're gonna be moving bodies, man, what better guy? Like what better fit? You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. Honestly. Shouts out to my guy Will Steele. I give him credit for this one. I was thinking it. I just ain't say it out loud. But he texted me or whatever. He was like, "Man, Voch, am I tripping, man? But is Booker a better pass blocker than run blocker?"
Didn't I tell you? Remember we had this thing. I said he was a better pass blocker than run blocker. Because I said that's how I knew he was mean. He was folding folks in pass pro.
Yeah. I would rather see him run block because I just love the sport. You know what I mean? I just love the craft. But he does everything. If that's what you ask him to do, and what we're asking him to do is to whoop folk, be help guy, A gap and B gap. That's what we ask him to do. We ain't ask him to pull outside and see and go run far out there. We ain't
right. No.
So if he's moving A gap and B gap, if he's going to be comboing with BB, which is going to be stupid. If he's going to be comboing with Terrence, which is going to bring Terrence
That's gonna be crazy too.
He's gonna bring Terrence back to the damn Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna be climbing the linebackers or dumping people on top of linebackers, then fine, that's what he does. If we're gonna be picking up gap exchanges, which is what he's really good at, and if he happens to not have anybody on him, you want him to be a proactive help finder, a proactive assaulter. That's what he does. The best pass rush film on Booker is when he ain't got nobody to block. He got to look for shit to tear up.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. He almost had a Quentin Nelson type play. It wasn't. Y'all remember? Everyone remembers that play when Quentin Nelson. It's the half man slide, what I call it, with a gap protection, where he's in the zone. He's on one side of the line, so he's protecting a gap. And the other side of the line, they're in man, but they're occupied. He sees a blitzing linebacker, aborts his responsibilities, comes across face of the quarterback and saves him from a hit. I seen something similar, but not to that degree with Booker. He literally aborted and just helped his tackle on the outside. It was versus Wisconsin, and I thought that was insane all in itself. You know what I'm saying? So,
he beat the hell out of Wisconsin. Yeah. Wisconsin top 3 film. That in Georgia and LSU, that's top 3 film right there. He whooped them churn. But to your point, just as a pass blocker, like as a puncher, striker, maintaining grip strength, pass along guy. He don't just pass guys along, like he throw bodies into you and wait for somebody to come up.
That's how you're supposed to do it too. You're supposed to throw them, onto your next guy by you.
Yeah. And also too, man, I don't think this should be understated. Everybody's impressed with his interview skills. I love listening to him talk. But man, he was talking about working with Duke in the offseason.
He was already working.
I'm like, you over there already? Yeah, look, and listen, look, like that what I be pissed off about, man. You remember we had the campaign to get Guyton over there?
Yes.
Man, we had to get on Twitter and beg. You was there. Chat, y'all was outside when this happened. When we had to beg Tyler Guyton, and Duke had to basically hop on Twitter and be like, shit, I'll take care of him. Booker doing an interview. Oh, man, I love Duke Manyweather. He's one of the best in the business. I was working with him last year, just prepping for him. And I came back and did some whole shit. And anything that I had. So this lead me to look, you know how Duke get down. This lead me to believe, he might be ready to wide zone. I don't know what he been working on.
Because you've seen it with Smith. You saw the flaws with Smith.
Everybody else makes strides with Duke except for Tyler Guyton. I don't know. But man, he said, "Oh yeah, I love working with Duke, man. Oh, he's one of the best in the business. I want to just his lessons and tutelage, and what better place for me to land? And he talked great. What better place for me to land in Dallas with him being the right and all other Cowboys guys are all me and Duke Manyweather. Okay, cool, sir. So what you got on film already? Sprinkle a little Duke on it for no reason. Just sprinkle a little Duke on it for no reason.
Seasoned chicken with more seasoning.
He probably ready for right guard right now. He probably ready for right guard. We don't even know. He probably ready already.
I think he already ready. See, look, I went back to his high school film. He played right tackle in high school. Right side is in him.
You better than me. I ain't going that far to watch on that.
Yeah, I went back to IMG. I saw a couple because that was an argument. We was going at it. Team weapons versus team. Shout out Team Weapons. I had to bring that out as a counter.
I'm not looking at nobody high school. You better than me. What you did last year, player?
Hey, shout out to everybody who's doing super chats. My bad, man. I'm not used to super chats. Shout out Orlando show. He sent some, and then shout out. He said $5 holla. He said so. The only thing Guyton has to do is to get stronger. That's easy enough. It's easier said than done.
Well, and look, I ain't saying that's all he has to do. It starts there. Because Guyton ain't just gonna roll out the bed winning, being stronger than people.
It's confidence. You got to win in practice first. You got to, and it's the punch. Like I'm gonna be honest, it's his hands, his hand placement. Because like Voch said it, he be out there wrestling. I need him to stop wrestling. The thing is, Guyton has so much potential. If Tyler Smith had Guyton's body, he would be an all-pro tackle.
Ridiculous.
Because he got the length to deal with anybody. He has the speed to deal with anybody, and he's not strong maybe up top, but he got the mass to really have an anchor. He just don't know he has it yet, because you can see it in the run blocking a little bit. He's just it's there, but sure, strength is the first You know what I'm saying? But we're building this guy from the ground up, y'all. Y'all gotta forget. Like this guy has never played tackle for what, 5 years yet? 3?
So Will, I'm not Will. I'm talking about Will still. Lou, let me just read something real fast. Free Game Podcast says never had to beg Guyton to work with Duke. Him and BB already was. Come on now, y'all wildin'. I texted myself. I said, Duke, Guyton over there yet? He said, no, not yet. That's a whole nother point.
Well, he's not there right now.
No. I ain't talking about now. I'm talking about when he first got here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
My point was what I was saying. There was a time where Guyton was not with Duke. He wasn't preemptively there. And we was like, damn, boy, if Duke can fix XYZ, we'll be straight. Yeah. And then in Guyton's press conference, he was like, oh, yeah, and I'm going to work with Duke Manyweather. Booker was there last year.
No ties to Dallas. No ties to Dallas.
He was there as Alabama guard Tyler Booker is what I'm telling you.
Like I found Duke Manyweather on Twitter and I saw his work and I got probably a hotel, whatever, and moved myself here.
BB was definitely there. So you are 50% right. But Guyton was not. Guyton didn't get there till he got to Dallas, and it was Dallas pressure on going to go see Duke Manyweather. That's part of my problem with Guyton. Because you start to hear rumors from sources. Oh, well, man, maybe Guyton ain't working all that hard at it. That checks out on who he's been so far. I don't know him personally. It just checks out on who he's been. But when you hear people talk about Booker and Smith and BB, you hear positive workout stuff from them. Even Terrence Steele, all you hear is Terrence Steele work hard. I've been poo-pooing on Hoffman. At least you hear Hoffman works hard.
Right.
Man, Lou, I ain't mean to stop your show, man. But
you right. That's why when people ask me what happened to Guyton, it was a child out there trying to do a man's job. Straight up. That's it. And I don't think they benched him because they was like, get the kid up out of here. Because you saw it. The nastiest sack he gave up, and you probably saw it was versus Pittsburgh.
Herbig.
It was Herbig. And I think he just gave up on the play. Like he had him blocked, and then Herbig spinned off, and he just stopped blocking. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then Steele's losing too, but Steele's losing to what? Yeah, and we're losing to Herbig. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best thing I could put it. That it's just a child out there that was doing a man's job. Left tackle is not no joke, y'all. This is a reason why they get paid the most money. You can get got any day of the week. It ain't just Myles Garrett. It's the others too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out to everyone that's in here. We got another Slick Easy said, sup player. I've been watching Voch for a while. My question is, spaghetti aside.
Is it
spaghetti?
Yeah.
It can be.
Explain.
It's one of those. See, look. So if Mama's saying we cooking spaghetti tonight, then it's the main course. But if you go into your church and they got catfish with spaghetti, then now it's a side.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. These charlatans on the internet act like they ain't never heard of a side of spaghetti, on the side of some catfish, on the side of some fried chicken. You should have seen these hooligans coming after me when I said, yeah, spaghetti ain't a side where y'all come from. But go ahead. Go back to the situation where he had a part 2 in there. What did he say? Oh, he just said love y'all.
Yeah, love y'all.
Right. Yeah. Appreciate it, Sleaze. Appreciate it, man. Shouts out to you, man. But please go ahead.
So let me just go in. How much do you blame coaching from last year? Because it's gonna be a layered question. This group has been struggling because really, if you really think about it, we've been having a lot of coaching turnover in the O-line room. In the last 2-3 years, we've been having a lot of different O-line coaches coming in here. That's a lot of mentalities coming in your ear. A lot of people how they want it done the right way. A lot of philosophies being brought in here. A lot of blocking techniques brought in here. Pass pro techniques, which I really saw last year, which I blame Solari because I knew it. It because the way Terrence Steele was losing and Guyton was losing the same way. I'm like, that's a Solari problem. And then we got the tandem of Clayton Adams and Connor Riley coming in here. So I know it's a layered question. How much do you blame coaching? Your thoughts on the turnover, and how do you feel about two sets of hands, maybe even three, counting Shoddy because he's been talking about it too, on the emphasis in O-line this year?
Philbin and Solari weren't good enough to tell us who they don't like.
Did you hear what I said?
You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't have like a recent track record that would imply that they do their job so well that they can come in and just say who they don't like.
Right.
Clayton Adams and Connor Riley, who are very much so recently very much qualified for the job, they haven't said they don't dislike nobody. But for some reason, the old cats that's barely coaching because they rent due get to come in and say, I don't like Tyler Smith. I don't like Terrence Steele. Oh, Brock Hoffman's. I'm about to prop Brock Hoffman up here. It becomes a conflict of interest if you're the only one that like Brock Hoffman like that. If everybody trying to get you to move off Brock Hoffman and you constantly advocating for him, then of course you're gonna have a little foul taste in your mouth when your guy not on the field and somebody else is.
Right.
This offensive line room is already diverse enough. I think sometimes coaches need to just get out the way. What I really liked about, when like Callahan was around, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of had his way, but for the most part, he'll let you fight how you want to fight. Tyron wasn't the same kind of fighter as Doug Free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Leary won differently than Zach did. They had the same core of who they were because they play together, but they fight how they fight.
Mm-hmm.
So what we got now is 5 different characters trying to do the same thing. Guyton ain't nothing like Smith. Smith wasn't nothing like old Zach. Old Zach ain't nothing like BB. 2 of them rookies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Terrence Steele ain't as physically gifted as the rest of these cats. So you can't introduce Tyron Steele to techniques that require physical gifts. He got to come in and be scrappy and be technique guy and fight for his life. You don't need to ask Tyron Steele to time strikes with his hands. That ain't what he do.
Right.
That ain't what he do. You can ask Guyton to do that.
Because he has a length, you know.
He got arm length.
He got arm, yeah. Like
he got time and he get to his landmark. He's a little different than some of these other cats.
Is it like so? When you say that, you know what I think of? It's just a reflection, and I don't want to poo-poo on the past, administration. It sounds, it sounds like a McCarthy guy. Like if I want it done my way,
if I was the O-line coach, I would tell Terrence Steele, look, Terrence Steele, you real good at pass blocking when you pass blocking like you run blocking.
Yes.
Just going back to pass blocking like you run blocking. Just make sure you do X, Y, Z and don't leave Book on the island by himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just don't turn your shoulders and make sure don't no weird looping. You know what I'm saying? But if you better off pass blocking like you run blocking, go ahead and pass block like you run blocking. Look, Tyler Smith. You beat the hell out of people quick setting. Boy, you quick set your ass off.
Because you got the strength for it.
You got the strength for it.
You got the strength for it.
I'm not gonna stop you from quick setting. Tyler Smith, I'm not gonna make you play the one-hand strike game if you don't want to.
Right.
You can if you want to. It's your world. You can read and react if you like, but you whoop ass quick setting people. BB too, because y'all strong. Quick set people.
Strong.
Do your thing.
Hoffman, you need to read and react.
I mean, you need to block people. You need to grab some wrist
or something.
And you need to ask for help. Look, Tyler Smith, I'm not gonna never tell Tyler Smith to stop quick set or to quick set less.
No, this is strength. I
think sometimes with the old guard, you get so stuck in your own way that they just didn't leave themselves any room to grow. I'm just a YouTuber with a camera and a microphone. Telling Tyler Smith the quick set is the best advice he would have got all last year. Hey man, just go ahead and do it. Hey bro, just go ahead and grab him. Just come. Don't even step. Don't go. Just step aside. Just go get him. Just grab him.
Go get him.
Go
get him. Go get him. Nah, for real.
So when you have characters, and look, Duke came out and said this, and Duke had a secret Illuminati meeting with You know what I'm saying? Coaching and Solari. Look, I think, all that. Clayton Adams and Connor Wright. Clayton Adams is going to be more so scheme guy, which is fine. Implement your scheme. Connor going to, do your dirty work, cool. But just keep these guys who they are. Make these guys be who they are. I wonder who was responsible for making Tyler Guyton lean on people. Guyton got to be big chest guy. Guyton got to be square guy. Smith can lean. Attack can lean.
Guyton can be so annoying with his. He should be all his fights. I told y'all, O-line is like boxing. The long going boxer, what's their strength? The length. Reach. Space. Create space. Keep space. Don't allow nobody in your chest. Absolutely nobody. Get hands on them. We got to tell you to stop placing your hands. Got to tell you to strike. You know what I'm saying? That's where strength come into play and confidence. But nothing should be in your chest. You don't have the body nor the anchor yet to deal with that. Tyler Smith do. You need to be everything need to be out here. Out here. Everything. Every single thing. So I don't see why we don't. I'm with you. I don't know why we don't coach guys in their strengths. I believe Connor Riley does.
Well, it's okay because those people got fired.
You know what I'm saying. I believe Connor Riley does. What and we can end it with this last thing. I mean, I know somebody was saying, "What's the the break guy scenario?" This is a good question here. Hernandez kicking Tyler Smith out. I'm selfish. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do not want to touch Tyler Smith at all. I'm very selfish. I know when people come to me, left tackle. I am praying to God that Guyton works. Or you said the energy. I would rather get somebody else from the bench because the interior is too important to be strong, and it can be our calling card because it's going to tie into too much. Football is war. War is like chess. If you control the middle of the board, you control the middle of the battlefield, you win. Same thing.
You wouldn't want Tyler playing left tackle anyway. Big Tyler. You wouldn't want him playing left tackle anyway. He's especially in what we about to do, in this thing that we about to do. Honestly, in run game, I'm just speaking run game wise, tackle might be like least important. Like left tackle particularly might be least important. Right tackle is going to be important for like backside, you know what I'm saying, reaches and stuff like that, scoops and stuff, because we're going to be running left a bunch. Your guards and centers, they you know what I'm saying? Guyton might be the least important run blocker you got right now. Just put Schoonmaker right. If it's that bad, we'll just go draft a guy next year. Go, you know what I mean?
Go get Proctor.
Look, you can't miss Proctor. You can't miss him.
It's too loud.
If you want to film on Booker, you couldn't miss Proctor. You can't miss him. But I don't think Guyton gonna be that bad.
Or could do what McCarthy didn't do. Commit resources over there. Send some chips.
That's a great point. Shouldn't just be one-on-one.
I heard Hunter Luepke playing 3 positions. You know what? Make him designated helper to Tyler Guyton before he go out on his route.
Whatever you got to do.
All we got to do is slow him down. That's all we got to do. You feel me? So yeah. So I mean, last question. Going in to this year, what is one thing that we're gonna go line by line that everyone needs to correct in order for us to be the Mall of America? Or I know the wall. I said Wall of Dallas last year. I got to take that back. But anything like what we everyone needs to correct. One key thing needs to correct from last year to this year, or in Booker's case, on film to this year, that can guarantee us a dominant or at least a top 10, top 5 offensive line. So we can start. I want to start with Guyton. Let's start with Guyton first. Guyton, one thing.
Hit the weights. Hit them weights and be ready. Peanut butter, protein, weights.
Stay
strong.
Tyler Smith.
He has to understand that Guyton ain't Tyron Smith. So when they working together, he probably has to give a little more energy off on that. Besides that, he's fine.
Cooper Beebe.
Keep playing center.
As a center, what's one thing like you wish you want Cooper Beebe to immediately learn that he hasn't learned yet? Just like, or maybe a technique or something.
He just got to remember that he's not a right guard. So his right guard stance, his left foot is his post foot. He travels with his right foot. He kind of anchors with his left. He'll be at center
and be moving
left, but he keep the same post foot.
He need to be level with his feet. Yeah.
That's my thing about center. Like center
Yeah.
got to move both sides, right? So if
Right.
I'm sliding left, I'm traveling with my left. If I'm sliding right, I'm traveling with my right now, and I can't cross. If you at right guard, you only traveling with with your right. And if you stepping back inside, you don't cross feet. You just in step with your left. You know what I'm saying? You just
right.
Cooper Beebe got to get out of the right guard stand from center.
I'm gonna start paying attention to that. I really did not notice that. I did. I just saw him play guard, but the feet. I didn't notice that. I'm gonna start
happen a lot, but every now and then you'll see him do.
I'll catch it.
You will see him do right-handed stuff, moving left. I'm like, hey, come on.
He's become ambidextrous with his limbs. Boom.
Sure.
There you go.
But he's strong, so I mean, hey,
at the end.
Great. You do what you want. You could come off the ball backwards if you want to. You strong. You do what you want. Yeah, for
sure. Tyler Booker.
Learn the plays. That's it. Just learn the plays.
Hey,
he is as day one ready to go for what like we can't fast track off season peanut butter big and strong like that's for next year.
Next year's gonna be insane.
Peanut butter Booker gonna be stupid. Peanut butter Booker.
I can't wait to see Booker. I mean, BB, peanut butter BB. I can't wait.
Peanut butter BB already ain't got no neck.
I can't wait.
He already ain't got a neck right now.
No, yeah, he finna.
Peanut butter Booker's stupid. But like as far as this year, like you can't get peanut butter Booker right now. So just learn the plays and just focus on your right guard movements.
And then Terrence Steele.
Buy Tyler Booker a drink. And be real friendly with him.
I'm interested to see the dart plays of him being pulling and inserting. Yeah. I can't wait for the exchange. Yeah. Because we did it. Like McCarthy did it one game. It was versus the Niners.
We ran some dart and we was good at it, but I think I would rather Terrence just run more. Like if we just run and counter, let him just wrap the linebacker. Is just what I would rather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. I've never liked dart as a concept. Like it's a lot of travel going on. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like him? Just I'm talking about. You talking about him inserting on the other side, or just him inserting on his same side?
I'm talking about dart. I'm talking about him pulling to the other side.
Oh no, I'm talking about So I'm talking about him just we telling him and Booker to exchange. So Booker's blocking out. He's coming in inserting onto a linebacker like that.
Oh, okay. Like no. He's sure.
Oh yeah. That's like power. Yeah, that's like
whatever I want to do. You know what I want to do.
I like that because him with a head of steam. I saw it on film with the tackle we just got out of Oregon. He did it too. Can't wait. He looked. You said it. He looked just like Steele, but him with a head of steam, getting the shoulder. We're gonna need it because
in the cars. If it's in the car, I want Clayton Adams to run where he want to run. I want him to run whatever you got for us. I don't want to see all this movement, all this pulling and just.
I don't either. It's a nice cherry on top. I just want to see combos. I want to see move. I'm trying to see people. I want to be able to put the film on solidly and just put sound effects on there. Just people falling, falling, just tumbling and rumbling and just fumbling and stumbling. I just want to see that a mess.
That's the
about that.
Buy him a drink. He'll be back.
He'll
be good this year.
I can't wait. Well, and then one thing you probably don't know about, but one thing you probably said, one thing you want Connor Riley to do that Solari didn't.
Man, look, it ain't that hard to be better than him. Let them dudes work to their strength, man. Let them dudes work to their strength. Don't have favorites and don't advocate for Hoffman, bro. Don't get worse on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Don't get worse on purpose. Don't be out here not advocating for BB when you need to be advocating for BB. Don't be out here not advocating for Terrence Steele when you should be. And if you Joe Philbin, don't be not advocating for Tyler Smith. What the hell wrong with these people? Just run your guys, man.
I'm just a coach from the couch, as they say. That's all I am. But listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all. We are at almost 385 people, man.
No way. We got 3 people, man.
Man, hey, none but love, man. Hey, none but love, man. Hey, make sure to like and subscribe, man. It's going to be a great year, Cowboy Nation. A lot to be excited for. OTAs have started. We're going to continue. I'm still putting out videos. Thank y'all for running up that last video. I really put my heart and soul in that one. It was a big O-line overview and everything like that. A lot of editing. I really appreciate that. But listen, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you so much, Voch, for coming on. We're going to allow him to get back to work because we got a lot of work to do. Hey, any last words?
Nah, man, I gotta go and talk to Broadus and see what the hell he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, you got a lot. It's a lot
we
to talk
working.
about today. Yeah.
Yeah, we working, man. Pickens wearing 13 for now. Marquise Bell, quit tripping. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you, sir, for having me on. You did fantastic work covering the draft. You and all the rest of the what was like 9 of y'all on the panel.
Yeah, man.
It was a large number, y'all, but everybody did great. So shouts out to you, man. And hey, y'all be sure to follow Lou and all his work. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure to turn on that notification. You know, I'm gonna be up at 11 o'clock. You know, they always want to drop it at a weird. Him and Brian want to drop the video at a red time. 11:41 and a half. You know, 30 seconds on the dot. But you know, as soon as I hear the end,
Brian don't call me till he get off the radio, and then he got to have a break after he get off. So I be up here yawning by the time he get on the thing. Then we talk for an hour, and he go to bed, and I got to edit the show and put it all together. Blah, blah.
He be, let me have my. I can't talk, Voch, until I have my drink. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Brother
great
Lou,
work y'all do it.
You know, what I always say, and I've been telling everybody this, I've been waiting my whole life to be this tired, so I can't complain. You feel me?
Listen, sometimes God gonna give you what you pray for. You better be ready. But listen, man, hey, thank y'all so much. We do this for the first Blame Last Congratulated, man. Until next time.